Hey there guys, what's going on? Today we're talking about something a little bit different in Modern Warfare. We're looking at a completely underrated perk in this game as of the moment. Now, I'm sure this happens to pretty much all of us at one point, but sometimes your teammates just suck. Sometimes it feels like you are the only person on your team playing the objective, while the enemy team is an optimized, well strung out, well thought out, well positioned force designed entirely around getting and securing the objective. And this is one of the most frustrating things in Call of Duty for sure, but I think we do have a way to help counter this. Pointman in the Perk 2 slot was introduced to me by CaptureB, who has recently started his YouTube journey. He does make very cool stuff. Go drop a sub and leave a comment saying that less than average game he sent me. Anyway, Pointman turns kill streaks into score streaks similar to the Black Ops series, and if you are an objective player, this is a perfect option to help you get those streaks to help you control the objectives. If nobody is coming to help us, we might as well help ourselves. Before we do talk about the specific details for Pointman though, let's try and get this video to 20 likes. We are absolutely smashing out these subscriber goals. We're already halfway to 1800 subscribers, which is pretty wild. So make sure you do subscribe with those notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming Season 4 content on the channel. So Pointman is more suitable for less aggressive players, people who like to play a little bit more slowly but mostly focus on capturing and securing objectives. It's typically very viable in game modes like Hardpoint and Domination, where points are common just for playing the objective, which if you're like me, you're doing anyway. Going over the current cost of all the kill streaks when Pointman is applied, it does look like this of course, with different levels of 375, 500, 625, 875, 1000, 1250, 1375, 1500, and of course 1875 for the highest kill streak, which is the Juggernaut. The number values do seem weird at first glance, but you do get 100 score for a kill, but you do get more score for kills with bonuses like revenge kills among other things, and you do get various amount of points for completing objectives. This is sort of a little bit random and sort of determined by the specific game mode, so there isn't like specific values that I can just off the top of my head unless without playing all of the game modes. So with the actual numbers that we do have here, like 375, 625, they're a little bit weird, but they do seem to balance themselves out nicely with the amount of score that we do get per game. Of course, for using your particular streaks, you do get more score, including UAVs and counter UAVs, which typically have set values for the amount of score that you can get while they are active. An example of these set values include counter UAVs and UAVs only do give 100 score max per use, and advanced UAVs and white phosphorus only give 150 score per max use, because those are some of the better kill streaks in the game for what would be racking up just hundreds of points. If you were to plop the white phosphorus down, like just chuck this across the map somewhere, you would continuously get huge amounts of score. So that would be very, very powerful if they didn't cap this. As for the kill streaks we're going to be running in the gameplay section of this video, initially I did look pretty low with this. I went with the UAV into cruise missile into VTOL jet, but felt that on good games we'd need higher streaks to allow our UAV and VTOL jet to continue to get points towards other streaks. So we are looking at a setup of UAV, VTOL jet into support helo. Again, these are just kill streaks that I typically use a lot of the time anyway. Normally my kill streak setup is VTOL jet into support into advanced UAV. So this is fairly similar to what I'm used to. As for some of the better kill streaks that we can get with the score streak values applied, like counter UAV are always going to be good. Then into the cluster strike cruise missile, sort of precision airstrike kind of variants. Basically, these are going to get big points if you do manage to get a decent amount of kills with them. If you're not planning on getting a lot of kills with these, you can probably skip this section again and then sort of focus more on some of the higher ones. Like your emergency airdrop is going to be good for getting extra kill streaks that can give you score, but it's not going to give you score itself. And then the VTOL jet's going to be a fantastic option to just stay in the air for a little while, get loads of kills, and move you on to more streaks. White phosphorus is of course going to be very good, but not super overpowered, as they did sort of balance it out. Chopper going to be a good option as well to sort of cap you out. Support helo, again, nice and friendly option there to help you control some of the areas of the map. Gunship, always good. Advanced UAV is very, very powerful. And of course, the Juggernaut suit is not to be messed with. As for the rest of our class setup, we're going to be looking at my best M4 class setup here, attached with the Monolithic Suppressor, the Corvus Custom Marksman, the Commando foregrip, the 50 round mags, and the no stock. Our sidearm is the Renetti. I think it's built in the Akimbo setup just because it looks sweet, and it's still super powerful at close range, not super great at medium range anymore, but it's still a good option for those close range fights. In our perks, we do have EOD for that explosive resistance, Pointman, of course, just to get those score streaks, which is super, super strong, and of course Shrapnel, which is going to give us an extra lethal grenade. And speaking of the lethal slot, we do have a Claymore, or you can of course use a proximity mine to help you hold those objectives with our extra lethal option. And the stim shot is also another powerful option in the tactical slot, just to get that extra chance per life. So we are going to jump into a game here, and hopefully you can show off one of the best perks in Modern Warfare for objective gameplay. Alright, so joining midway into this particular not a hard point game, it's a domination game. Learn the game modes. Basically, the best thing that we can do is just try and protect these points as best as we can. It's not going to be super effective if we are like looking to get these higher skill point or higher score streak. Come on. As I was saying, the higher score streak kill streaks that end up sort of not being very effective in this particular map just because of the roof, but we do the best we can with what we've got. You will notice that the different scores do come up. As we are getting these kills and stuff like that, different scores do come up, different sort of amount of points that you get from various different things in the game. It's all a bit different depending on how you kill people, what you do, which objectives you cap, whether you defend the objective from somebody else. Like, there's a load of different things that mean you get different points. And Pointman is very, very effective at getting these longer streaks. Like, you're not going to be like instantly snapping onto the streaks like you would normally, but at least you're getting a little bit of bonus for playing the objective rather than you would normally, just by getting basically nothing for doing basically what you're supposed to do to play the game. Like, most people just sort of run around and get kills, not even worry about the objective. And if that's not you, you like to play the objective and you like to sort of support the team, actually play the game the way it's supposed to be played, get the points and stuff and so on, then Pointman is definitely one of the perks that you can choose to make it a little bit better, or have a better experience for yourself, basically get those score streaks and help you defend the points, rather than just sort of waiting on somebody else to come help you, because in this game, nobody is coming to help. Nobody gives a rat's about anything else other than what their self is doing, so you might as well play selfishly yourself and get as many points as you can while still defending the objective as best you can, as that is the main objective of the game. This isn't going to work in like TDM or anything like that. Dominate. Ugh. Okay, where? Up top? No. This isn't going to work in like team deathmatch or anything like that. Mostly just domination, hard point, those objective-based game modes with points where you can just rack up these points all the time. They got 200 points just for a couple of kills there. It's not too bad. So it's 100 for each, unless you do something sort of interesting like a revenge kill. To kick you off, you get 150 points and so on. Like, there's various different ways to get points, and kills are just one of them. So we are currently working towards our VTOL streak. The game's going to end soonish, unfortunately, which is a little bit of a shame, but we might be able to do a little bit more work here. We did actually end up getting the VTOL, so we will... Nope. Bad. So Pointman is racking up plenty of points for us here. We'll send that to C, and we'll keep trying to defend. Ah, damn. Did get taken out there, unfortunately, but you will notice that if we do end up getting any kills with the VTOL, we get a decent chunk of points from it, so it's not too bad. Like, it's not just completely useless. It's better than just getting the kill streak and then getting nothing. 25 points for an assist is pretty handy. But man, sometimes your teammates just aren't there to help you. Sometimes they just want to play for themselves, don't worry about anything else. So 25 points for that kill on the VTOL there is pretty handy. And it just helps us tick up towards our next kill streak. So it's like kill chain, but slightly different. It's like a worse kill chain, basically. I'm not 100% sure of the exact interaction between kill chain and Pointman, but it's not too bad. Anyway, we will talk about our final thoughts on Pointman in just a second. But going 14-1 there is not too bad of an indication of the stuff you can do with Pointman. So our short little gameplay explanation of Pointman might not have got the point across exactly, but like, basically the way it works is you play the objective and you get rewarded for it. It works particularly well at the start of rounds, sort of getting you sort of started towards your kill streaks very easily. And then once you sort of start rolling, you can control the map a lot easier with these different score streaks. You get your VTOL and then it rolls into a support healer and so on. Basically, it allows you to sort of be more self-sufficient and not rely on teammates as much, as most of the time your teammates aren't there to help you. Like, they're just there to get their own kills and not worry about anything else. Anyway, hopefully this does give you an insight in some of the more useful perks like Pointman. Something a bit different, makes the game a little bit more interesting to play. But thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you checking this out. Do go stop by at Capture B's channel. Do subscribe to him. Do leave him a comment that says LTAG sent me. Very much appreciate it if you could do that for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!